that age, it was more so like I was just attracted to the lifestyle, like the homies. The homies would be hanging out. You know, you got the Lolos out, but then you got niggas getting money and shit like down the street, and you had like a select circle of people that was really hanging out with each other and just making money, bro. And then all the bitches loved the gangbangers and the pimps and the hustlers and shit. Like, so I was like, I looked up to that, and then I wanted to go further into the acting, but it got too expensive. So the only other thing that was really there was just the streets.
Well, hang on. I don't know if have you talked about the acting part? Because it was in your bio. Like when we first met, bro, and started messing around with each other. I know you were pursuing that when you came out to Washington and did those shows with me. Like, so was that something that you were pursuing like as a kid then, as a teenager?
I was a kid. So my mom had me in a couple things. Like she had me in like background roles, and I got little speaking roles on That's So Raven. Like, so if you remember the early 2000s, there was That's So Raven, Malcolm in the Middle, Phil of the Future, all of that shit. I was on all of that, right? Oh, Desperate Housewives, I did that shit too. So I had minor roles in all of that, right? And it was dope. And if I could have kept going with that, I would have kept going with that. But it wasn't really like, oh, I was like a movie kid, right? Where it's like, oh, you
weren't a Max Keeble. Like you weren't like,
I wasn't Corey in the House. I wasn't Taj Mari.
Yeah.
If I was that, I wouldn't even be, I wouldn't even be doing none of this shit. I wouldn't even probably be rapping. I wouldn't have a story to tell because it'd be like, nigga, it was all studios and shit. So
yeah,
I almost got teased in that lifestyle to a certain degree where I was like, oh, fuck. Seeing all the, all these girls and, you know what I'm saying? Inside these studios, craft service, you got your own teacher, massage chairs and shit. Niggas is eating waffles in the morning while the students at my school, they're eating like gross lunches and having to sit through who Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan is. I'm up there with all the stars, nigga, with Frankie Muniz and, seeing Taquan Richmond and That's So Raven and Raven Symone. I'm up there with them. But then it got stripped away from me because there was no consistency and it cost too much to stay SAG and union. So that got killed off very soon, like quick. I only did like 6-7 months of real acting, but I went on a cold run and then I was over. You know what I'm saying?
So it cost to be an actor? Like you had to pay dues?
You got to pay for SAG and union cards, and this shit got way too expensive, bro. Way too expensive.
So can you disclaim how much you were getting paid then just doing background roles?
It wasn't a lot. It was like dude, it wasn't even that much money to begin with. I mean, but you may get 300 for a couple days or something, and then there'll be other times where you would get like 1,000 in a week or something. And it kept adding up, but it wasn't anything crazy or anything like that where I was like, it was life-changing money. It was just more so like, oh, let me help mom with the bills. She buy me clothes with it, save it. It wasn't like save worthy, if that makes sense. You feel me? It wasn't like you could save with that,